Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how I would solve these. I'm not going to solve them, but I'm just going to talk to you about the method I would use to solve these. So I'm going to look at the problem and talk through my thought process. This first one, I notice I don't have x's, y's lined up, equal signs lined up. So I would look at this and say, well, I do notice that I have this y equals all by itself, but I only have one equation with y equals. So immediately I'm thinking this is set up beautifully for substitution. The second one here, I have them both y equals, so they're both in slope-intercept form, and I have this fraction which is ugly. That works well for graphing because the slope being a fraction is fine. So here I would choose graphing because they're both in slope-intercept form, or I could get them both in slope-intercept form. This next one, I notice I have x's lined up, y's lined up, equal signs, and constants. I could try to solve one of these or for a variable, but if I solve this top equation for either x or y, I would create a fraction when I got to the dividing part. Same thing down here. If I tried to solve for either x or y with this 7, I would create a fraction. So I would not do substitution. They're not set up for graphing, so this would definitely be a problem. I would use elimination. I would probably try to get rid of my y's, multiplying the first equation by 3, the second one by 2. Here I look at this again and I notice immediately I have one equation that has x completely by itself. So I would choose substitution for this because I already have it set up where there is a variable that's by itself. The next one, I notice I have two equations in slope-intercept form and they both have fractions. So if they were in slope-intercept form, you can sometimes do substitution, but because these both have fractions, I would definitely think that this one should be done by graphing. And the numbers will fit on your grid. And then the last one, notice everything is lined up beautifully, and if I added them right off the bat, the y's would drop off. So this would be done by elimination. So that's just kind of how I'm thinking about it. Sometimes there are a couple ways you can use to solve it, and it would, it'd certainly be okay. I'm just looking for the best method right now and thinking through what would work there.